Hey, most beautiful family of the whole wide world. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jamila Ballett. I got a different video for y'all today. I got a reaction video for you. Check this video out, drop me a comment, and let me know what you think, okay? Now let's get into this video.
This man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face? I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why is this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that get in the car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? Don't understand, like, I'm just trying to take my friend out from 5 years ago. Like, literally spending my whole money, not bothering nobody. Like, what the fuck kind of is this? I'm in the parking lot just trying to buy some food. And, like, I'm literally like, why is this busting up on me like this? And I'm looking at all these. They literally let this do all of this. They let like really like do all of that. I never thought it was gonna happen, yo. Like, it's so whack. And he's gonna get away with it. He got in the car. He got away. He's never gonna get caught. He's gonna move on. He's probably at an after party right now having a good time. Do you feel good about yourself doing this to a woman? For what? Like, all this violence against black women is not okay. Like, what do I do to deserve this? Like, what is my defense against this? It's been 12 hours. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting discharged. I do have a concussion, so I gotta take it slow for a week. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of job that's gonna give me that kind of grace. So, I still gotta mother. I still gotta teach. I still gotta work. I really just want the best for everybody, and I don't know why people want to kill me. I can't even chew food the next week. I had a vacation that I planned 6 months ago for my birthday. I'm so afraid, like, why do people want to hurt me so bad?
Who was attacked by I'm not gonna say a man. I'm gonna say she was attacked by a coward with a brick. The coward happened to be a male. Okay, he hit her in the face with a brick. Apparently she did not want to entertain him. He wanted her number. She did not want to give him her number. And so his response was to pick up a brick from what she's telling us and hit her in the face with a brick, okay? Now, I will give anybody the benefit of a doubt. There could have been something else that happened in between. Even if there is more to the story. Let me just play devil's advocate for a brief second. Even if there's more to the story, it's disgusting. He's completely unjustified. But I'm going to say this, and this is why I have such a heart for young women and just want them to hear the wisdom and the experience that we have for them. It scares me how hard-headed they are and how their hearts are hardened toward older women nowadays. That's another topic for another day. But this is what scares me, because when young women are dealing with males out in this world today, do we really understand the element that we are coming in contact with every single day? This happened to be a person who did something outwardly violent, okay? He acted on what he felt. He acted on his emotions. Clearly, it wasn't her fault. She did not cause him to behave that way. So clearly he was already somebody who was angry, very bitter, evil, just straight evil, okay? And he took that out on her. So this is why I think about young women all the time when I hear stories like this, because older women usually who have more life experience tend to be wiser in our relationships. I wish it was always the case. It's usually the case. Younger women don't realize when you are meeting a lot of men and when you are out and about attracting attention, that there are particular people who look very normal and who are evil, who are straight evil and capable of anything. So I would go so far as to say that by him doing what he did to her, that he is capable of absolutely anything, okay? That he is capable of rape, that he is capable of probably molestation. We're talking about a man who is evil, who is out of control, and who doesn't have a conscience. Who knows if he's actually done worse? I would assume he has. I would assume he would go so far as to actually take somebody's life, because he could have, if for no other reason than because he could have taken hers in that moment. He could have easily, just like that, overreacted, whatever you want to call it. But there are people whose hearts are so hard and they are predispositioned to immediately respond violently to the slightest thing. So it wasn't because she didn't give him her number. It was because something about not getting her number added to the fact that he already felt like he was going to do something to anybody at any given moment on any given day to respond to the disrespect that what he felt he had experienced. Usually with males like that, it's you're gonna respect me. You're gonna respect me. I've dealt with this personally in my past. And I'm telling you, a lot of times when people are talking about respect, that particular type of male, because I could see it. I could see what type of male it is. Clearly, this is not rocket science, okay? This is someone who feels that whatever he feels justifies whatever he's going to do. Whatever he's going to do, whatever he has done, okay? So young ladies, you're going to be real careful out there when you are meeting young men and you're not thinking about the fact that he is presenting himself however he feels he has to present himself. But there's a whole person who's bringing all of who they are, okay? All of how they see themselves. They are bringing low self-esteem. They are bringing anger. They are bringing whatever rejection issues they may have from their past, and you don't know to what degree these issues are inside of them. You don't know to what degree they are suffering and battling with these issues, battling mentally every single day, and yes, I would say demonically as well. This is straight evil. A male should not be able to do something like this to a female, okay? And sadly, we're living in a day and age that is so godless that people are very fearful, very fearful, and they also don't have any respect for anyone else. So most people nowadays are incredibly narcissistic, and they think that whatever they see fit to do, female said she's gonna sleep with anybody because all her boyfriends did it to her, so she wants to do it to other women. You gotta understand there are people out there who seek to harm others. And when they are presenting themselves to you because they want something from you, young women, I'm speaking to you specifically, older women also, if it applies, but you've got to understand they are only presenting what it is they want you to believe. You don't really know a person, and often when you are out and about, you got to be so careful because this thing about youth is like you've got this ego, and it will deceive you, and it will have you thinking it's all about attention, but attracting too much attention absolutely will invite problems into your life, will invite wrong relationships into your life. It will invite being used and abused into your life. Absolutely, 100%. I said what I said. I'm not backing down. It is facts. It is just facts. I've been there. I'm 50 years old now. I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. So let me address the other issue of all the men standing around. She expected the men who were standing around to do something, to defend her and to perhaps talk him down so that he would not physically harm her, so that he would not strike her with a brick, or maybe not even pick up a brick in the first place. Now, had there actually been men standing there who were not afraid, she probably would not have gotten hit with a brick. But remember, we are in a day and age where everybody feels like, you know what, I don't know what somebody may do to me if I step in. So people are afraid. Men aren't going to admit they are afraid. Most men are not going to admit that. And so they will say to a young lady, and let me just say this, it is God's will that men look at women as that they protect. They have a protective nature toward women and think of most women as being like a daughter, like an aunt, like a mom, grandmother, sister, okay? Obviously, you're dating, you're intimately involved with somebody. That does not apply. However, the protective nature, yes, it should absolutely 100% apply. We have reached a day and an age where we don't want morals and values anymore. We don't want to hear anything about that. We don't want to hear anything about God's will. We don't want to hear anything about who are we? Who did God create us to be? What is his natural order? What is a woman's identity? What is a woman? What is a man? What is a man supposed to be? What is his purpose in a woman's life? What is his purpose in this world? What are we supposed to be to each other? We don't want to hear anything about that anymore. And so it leaves everybody open because everybody is so daggone divided. People would rather watch you get killed nowadays, or watch you get killed and pick up their phone and go live or take selfies or video as you are being attacked than actually step in and protect you. And it's shameful. It is disgusting. The truth of the matter is that is where we are, and that's why they did not step in. Chances are they were afraid to step in, thinking, what if this man decides to come after me? I don't know what he has on him, because clearly he was out of his mind. Clearly he was out of his mind. So listen, I think we can just be mad about things, and this is something that any decent human being would be upset about. This will anger you. This will somehow trigger you if you have a heart and if you are capable of human compassion and empathy. At the same time, what do we need to learn from this? Here's what we need to learn from this. You cannot depend on anybody to have your back. You cannot depend on anyone to look out for you. I hate to say it. Men are just different nowadays. Females are different nowadays too. Everybody's mentality is so far gone, so far from God's original will for our minds and for our hearts, that we're calling right wrong, we're calling wrong right. And all of the craziness has become normal. So please understand, while you are praying, making sure you cover yourself, covering your family, your community, your kids at school, that entire school. While you are doing that, also you have to use wisdom and know that expect nobody to have your back. Anything is possible, but expect for no one to have your back. And therefore, that means when you are out and about as a female with all the sex trafficking going on, with violence against women in public, in broad daylight, like it's no longer even being hidden in the dark, because there's not a shame about it anymore like there used to be, okay? So you've got to remember, it is on you. I taught my son CYA. It's on you, honey. When you're out about, you got to be moving fast. Don't look approachable. Don't look approachable. Don't be smiling with anybody, because you don't know what kind of day that person is having. People can be evil as all hell and look so normal. Be capable of the most monstrous acts and look so normal. It is in your best interest to assume that anybody can harm you. When you leave your house in the morning, you pray and you cover yourself, you cover your family, you cover your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, children, whatever, your home. But just know that this world that we are living in today, you have got to protect. You have got to have the mind to protect yourself, because anything can happen at any given moment. You have got to assume, especially if you are attractive. Not only if you are attractive, that's different things to different people, okay? That's a conversation for another day. But especially if you know you attract a lot of attention. If you know you're the female who there's a 50-50 chance girls are going to love you or hate you and be evil to you. If you're that chick, that means you attract a lot of attention. You know when guys generally like you. When you are out and about, understand that you are attracting attention that you are aware of, and you are attracting attention you are unaware of. So assume anything can happen to you at any given moment. Move fast. Don't worry about being friendly. Watch your back. I have taught my daughters and my sons, if you feel like somebody is following you or somebody is just watching you a little too long, I don't care if you look stupid. I don't care if you think it's going to make you look stupid. If you think it's going to make you look weak, turn around, look at them dead in the eye. Stop dead in your tracks if you have to. Or hurry up and move and run to your car if you have to. It doesn't matter if you look like a fool, and it doesn't matter if you were wrong, because what if you were right? What if you were right? We have women are literally getting snatched off of the streets today. I've seen videos on YouTube where women and young women and even children were being pulled out of their guardians or their parents' hands. Okay? Sex trafficking is real. It's very real. So if nothing else, let us be mindful. We can't afford to be walking around anymore like everything all is well, like everything else is okay. By all means, when your life is in God's hands, yes, you should trust him to protect you, and you also have to use wisdom. You also have to use wisdom. And the same way you would protect your small children or your older adolescent children, teens, whatever, the same advice you would give them, you have to treat yourself that way, protect yourself that way, and take your advice as well, okay? Everybody's not your friend. And everybody that looks friendly is not necessarily, they may have a whole different agenda. You kind of have to be suspicious of everything nowadays, and you have to be very, very alert. Am I saying it was her fault this happened? Let me just answer that in case anybody said, of course it was not. Because we should be able to be out and about and feel good and not be afraid. Sadly, the world nowadays, you got to be realistic. You've got to be realistic. You've got to be alert. My heart goes out to this young woman. It's disgusting to be violated to that degree. It's plain disgusting. It's plain disgusting. I mean, I literally wish I could sit with her, hold her hand, and let her know I literally feel her pain. I literally feel her pain. I don't think the average person who has not been struck in their face understands how hurtful that is. I don't think, and yes, I have experienced that. Not with a brick by a stranger, but yes, I have experienced that. And I don't think the average person, if that has not happened to you, there are no words to describe what that does inside of you. So my heart goes out to her. I wish her I hope and pray the absolute best, that she recovers as if nothing happened to her at all, that somehow the trauma is just taken and lifted miraculously by God, because that's the type of thing, if it stays with you, it can absolutely change you forever. It absolutely can. Trauma's real. And if you're dealing with any type of trauma, reach out for help. There are hotlines that you can call for your city. You can go online. All you have to do is Google domestic violence, trauma, abuse recovery. And if you're not sure if you need the help, reach out anyway, talk to somebody, because it may be worse than you think, okay? I know this was what we call an isolated incident, and it's still violence. It's still violence. And whether she's in an abusive relationship or it's an isolated incident, it is still a violation against a human being that does something to you in your core. Ladies, just be careful. Just be careful. The reality is nowadays there are a lot of men who are very, very angry, very miserable, very wounded, and they are more inclined to project that onto a woman because they can, because they know they can. I'm gonna leave it at that. Listen, guys, no, this wasn't exactly a happy video today, but sometimes there are things that we really need to talk about. We have to think about. And if somebody saw this or heard this video and had a conversation with her daughter, then it was worth it. If it was only one person, it was worth it. All right, guys, love you all so much. Please be safe out there. And please, if this video benefited you in any way, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And remember, baby, remember, you deserve to have a most beautiful life. You are awesome. You are a masterpiece, handcrafted by God. Everything in you, He designed intentionally with purpose. You are beautiful. You are good enough. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, period. Bye, guys.